I created this cleanse to make it easy on patients. It was reoccurring themes that I was talking about with patients, challenging them, could they eliminate certain things to see if it made a difference in their health. And so it was a natural progression to then just pull it together into a guidebook to make it easy for patients to follow. Who will benefit from the 7-day cleanse? I would like to think that everybody would, because none of us eat perfectly. And the idea isn't that you need to eat perfectly, but sometimes we need that to kind of rip that Band-Aid off and do something really different from what we're doing to see if it makes a difference in our health. And so when you eliminate things like alcohol and sugar and processed foods, and then you load up on nutrient-dense foods, you just feel better. I love reading through the questionnaires before somebody starts the cleanse and then afterwards. It's amazing to see what all improves with just changing your diet. Clean eating is that idea of eating a less processed or minimally processed food diet. And when you do that, you end up eating a more nutrient-dense diet. Eating clean is beneficial because you're powering your body with the fuel it needs. If you are nutritionally sound, meaning you have enough vitamins and minerals, amino acids to function, your body just figures it out. The top 3 side effects that patients might notice by doing the cleanse would be fatigue, irritability, and headaches. And I would say that not everybody experiences that, but those patients who are more on caffeine, they're definitely gonna get that headache piece. And so I promote, you gotta drink a lot of water. When you eliminate these food items, you gotta make sure you're really hydrated. So what might cause some of those side effects that people might experience those first couple days? I just think it's a change. I think it's irritating to not be able to just go through a drive-through and pick something up. I think that they have to think more about their meals ahead of time. It's irritating. And I also, that's probably my main symptom I get, is just, irritated. But like I said, usually by day 5, you're feeling better and you're almost like bragging to friends and family. So the cleanse is only 7 days because more is intimidating. And you know what? 7 days is generally enough time to feel better. So people can get that taste of what it could be like to feel. And then secretly, I then, want them to, what can you continue past that 7 days? Nutrition plays a huge role in our health. If you are not nutritionally sound, your body can go somewhat haywire, and then you're gonna end up in your doctor's office, and it's hard for them to figure it out when there's a nutritional deficiency. We know that if you eat 5 or more servings of vegetables and fruit a day, your risk of certain chronic diseases are gonna go down. And I think if a pharmaceutical agency could bottle that in a pill, it would be like the most successful drug on the market. The biggest challenge patients might notice if they're going through this cleanse is just being prepared. The name of the cleanse is the Busy Person Cleanse, and that was purposeful. We're busy. It's hard to sit down on the weekend and plan a meal for the week, let alone every single snack and lunch option. And so that's the struggle. If you don't spend time ahead of this planning it out, you're gonna struggle. You can get through it, but you'll be really upset about it and maybe mad at me those first couple days. So I just promote, if you're gonna do it, start it on a Monday, spend the weekend grocery shopping and meal planning so that you're successful. Hands down, the biggest benefit when I talk to patients afterwards is energy. They just have this sense of, I don't need to take a nap in the afternoon. I'm more focused at work. Some notice immediately that sleep benefit, and does that then in turn affect their daytime productivity and energy? But definitely energy and just that general sense of well-being. In the guidebook, there is a nice page that gives like 10 or 15 nice tips, so definitely read through those. But some of my favorite are to do it with a friend, a coworker, your spouse. Get somebody to do it along with you. It's kind of fun those first couple days to be texting with somebody to, complain about how, I'm not drinking my coffee in the morning. And so that's kind of nice to have that camaraderie. You gotta drink a lot of water. You gotta drink a lot of water, otherwise you're gonna have a headache. And so I think it's preparing for how you're gonna get your water in during the day, and then just prepping. You have to meal plan. You have to almost have a schedule prior to starting so you know what you're gonna make for dinner each one of those nights. So when you finish the 7 days, there's a lot of different directions you can go. If you were the person who was struggling with energy, with a digestive symptom that you were trying to figure out, it might be long enough for you to kind of notice a difference. If you're kind of noticing a difference, try to go that full 14 days and then reevaluate. The idea is then if you want to evaluate if you have a food intolerance, you want to add at least dairy in separately. You want to wait a couple days, see how you feel. Then you want to go ahead and add gluten in, see how you feel. And then depending on that experience, you can either keep it out for longer, and then you need to talk to your doctor. If you leave dairy or gluten-containing foods out more long-term, you need to have a doctor that's going to keep tabs to make sure you're not missing out on other nutrients. My big goal with patients is you're going to pull something from this to continue, whether it's a routine with meal planning, whether it's a new recipe. That white chicken chili recipe is awesome. A lot of patients like to make that one ongoing. Just find something that you can kind of build on. I'm Megan Schlick, naturopathic doctor at AdventHealth Shawnee Mission.